Well, thank you for coming. As Marco said, being the first is always the hardest, I guess, but I don't know if I agree with that or not, but it is a pleasure to be here. Thanks for inviting us. I want to talk a little bit about AVG, how we got here, some of our core business models, and talk a little bit about what we've learned and some of the key drivers that make the business work, and a little bit of the history and a little bit of the key statistics about the business. So, as some of you may know, we have a very innovative free model. So I'm going to ask you a question. How many of you out there have been inconvenienced by your security software? Yep, me too. I'm in there. How many of you have ever had a virus or ever had your identity stolen online or otherwise? Yep, we can all relate to that. So what AVG does is we're a company that provides internet security. I think a lot of people understand antivirus. There's a whole host of products that go into antivirus suites and other types of protection, which I'll highlight just a little bit today. But I think it's important to know that our business is incredibly simple. It's all about free. And I'm going to go into that in some detail as we go through this. Okay? We're striving to be the largest protection-centered community on Earth. And arguably, we already are today. So what we're trying to do is enhance that, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about how we do that. I'm not going to show you everything, but I will share a few of the key points. Okay, we were founded about 20 years ago in the Czech Republic in a small town called Brno, just a couple hours outside of Prague. About 10 years ago, we started pushing out a free product to globally, took hold predominantly in the United States and the UK due to the fact that it was an English product only, and the fact that also it was a very high quality product compared to the AV at the time. So why pay for it if you can get it free? 60% of our sales today are in the United States. We've got a very interesting viral marketing platform, which is basically word of mouth. We do very little marketing, but we do let our users say good things about us, and they often do. And therefore today we've got just under 100 million users. And when I say 100 million users, that means active users. That's people that ping our servers on a regular basis, get updates for the software, and for the various virus libraries that are contained on their desktop. Okay. Last year we reached about 155 million in revenue. We're growing right around 70% a year. Our margins are twice the industry average, and so we've got plenty of cash. We do tend to focus on acquiring small technical businesses that can help us protect our customers better, as well as some of our channel partners over the last few years. Okay, so today we cover about, or protect about 7% of the world's population, those that have computers, that is. And as you can see in the bottom right there, our marketing spend is greatly reduced compared to the competition and some of the bigger players in the market. A couple of the key drivers for us are our popularity on CNET. We're the #1 product download on the site, antivirus or internet security or otherwise. We drive about 2 million downloads of our product every single week. We attract about just about half of a percentile of all the internet traffic according to Alexa. Again, that points to the power of that the viral nature of the product. Okay, incredibly simple model. The more free users we have, the more brand awareness that causes. And more important than that, it's the goodwill that goes with it. I think that a lot of companies spend an awful lot of money on marketing and sales efforts to increase brand awareness and goodwill in the market. And I think that what we've managed to do through a very high quality free product is to create an awful lot of, I don't know if you want to call them faithful advocates, but there is an awful lot of passion for security software when I talk to our customers. And so they're not afraid to suggest. In fact, over 70% of our customers came to us through a recommendation from a friend or an IT professional. So some of you may have experienced that. What should I use? Oh, just use AVG free, it's great. Okay, that's a very, very common statement that we see. And as that awareness grows, we see, almost in parallel, an increase in web traffic, and we see an increase in revenue. Not to say it's 100% that simple, but that's the foundation. Okay, a little bit more detail. I think the key to our success has been our product quality, our ease of use, and that means easy to install, easy to use. It doesn't slow your computer down, and you have, detection rates and speed that's equal to or better than most of the market. I was talking to an analyst at IDC about 2 months ago, and he stated quite openly, it's funny how the best product is free and the worst products you have to pay for. So that was quite a good recommendation for the product itself. Incredibly simple model. The more free users you feed in at the top of the pipe, the more you're able to monetize those users through various means, which I'm going to open the hood a little bit and tell you about in a minute. And the better you can retain those existing customers, whether free or paid, the better your business model works. Okay, I think one of the recent findings of the business is, and one of the things that we always struggle to get our head around, is how do you monetize your free base without collecting a single dime from them? As some of you may know some of you that have a similar model, it's a big jump between free and $1, let alone free and $50. So you're not going to convert a ton of your users. So you have to look at ways that you can collect money off the back of their usage without collecting anything from them directly. So one of the ways you can do that is through the use of I guess a common term is a toolbar today. I hate to use that word because it has a lot of negative connotations. However, it is quite a high revenue generation machine for us. It enables us to put a secure browser, so to speak, or a secure toolbar on the desktop. As long as that toolbar's got functionality that the end user needs, then they'll use it. And the average life of our toolbar users is above industry average. The average revenue that we get from that is also well above. Basically what we do is we've got a security toolbar that we add to the product, all the product downloads, and within that there are security functions, there are identity protection functions, there are basic utility functions that make that toolbar very sticky. If any of you are considering the use of a toolbar in your product, definitely make sure it's relevant, make sure it's got functionality that they can use so that it sticks, otherwise you'll just be seen as another company throwing out a toolbar to make some extra money. Okay. Another unique technology that we have, which is very different from basic antivirus, is we've got a product called Link Scanner. And what that product does is it provides web protection. Everywhere you go online, we're going to protect you. Every time you click on a URL, whether it's in your favorites bar, or whether it's in an email, whether it's in search terms, whether it's a link on a page, doesn't really matter. We're scanning the landing page that you're about to go to before you actually go there, and you don't feel it. It's very, very fast, and we look at the site, and it will stop you from going there if there's anything malicious on the other end. So we're finding that 95% of the threats that we see today come through the web. So this is a very unique technology. It's real time, every time. And so it is definitely the best web protection out there today. There are similar products, but none of them are real time and every time such as ours. So what we can do is we've got 65 million of these 100 million users that use that product. They act as our eyes and ears all over the internet since they are global. And that information that they ping back to us, nothing personal, just which URLs are infected, where there's malicious websites, etc. That information is insanely valuable to companies like Google, to Microsoft, to Cisco, to Facebook, to Zynga. The list goes on. And so there's a lot of companies out there that like what we see and like to have us excuse me, give them feeds of that information so they can help protect their customers. So not only are we giving it away, a free product to protect the general public, we're also selling information to those who need to protect their customers. Okay. I'll leave it here. This is just a simple slide that lets you know what our products are. I wasn't sure if you wanted to allow for any questions from the audience. No questions. That's not very nice. In the break. Okay, so again, if I can just reemphasize, AVG has had huge, substantial growth and great impact globally in 167 countries, all through giving away a free product for the last 10 years.